tons. All right, good night, good night, good night, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Welcome back to my live webinars. I'm so excited to be back with you guys doing live webinars. For those of you who have been to any of my webinars, you absolutely know that into the webinar, the very first thing I want to do, there are quite a few of you who are already live with us. I want to make sure that you can see me and you can hear me okay. And then I'm going to do some housekeeping and we're going to go into a fantastic night of some. You are going to see a chat room and you're going to see a blank box at the bottom of the chat room that allows you to type message to me and to everybody else who is attending the webinar. I want you to go ahead right now in that chat room and to have you guys here. Hi, Julian. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am just going to give you guys a minute to catch up with the message and just confirm with me that you can see me and you can hear loud and clear. Completely transformed my business. To be honest with you, I share testimony of how it did. And I'll get to that later tonight. But please go in the chat room that you can see me and hear me. All right, let's see if you guys can see me and hear me. Linda says, I'm hearing fine. Thank you so much, Linda. But there's so many more in the chat room. I want to make sure that as many as possible can just give me feedback that you can hear me and see me. And then I'm going to be introducing to you our very special guest for the night and give you some background into how we got to this place where the webinars are back and why I'm so excited about them. So Linda says, I'm hearing and I'm seeing. Let's see who else we have here with us. We have Kayla. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Charmaine. Hi, Cleopatra. All right, we have quite a few people. We have about 60-something people who have registered to attend the webinar tonight. So far, we have about 16 that are with us right now, and it's constantly growing. So welcome to everybody who has just joined us live. Thank you for coming. And I just want a few more of you to let me know. Thank you, Cleopatra. Thank you, Nkechi. I hope I can hear me okay. Leanne says yes. Thank you, Leanne. Fantastic, beautiful. All right, guys. So, why am I so excited of small businesses and seeing people who have a passion for entrepreneurship, people who have a passion for business and who are in business and growing their business, equip people to really do results, not just give you theory, but things that can give you actual action steps for creating real, tangible, and exponential results. And I, as a part of my passion, got involved in an organization called We Connect International. Now, for the promotion for this event, you would have seen that We Connect International is, as it says, an international organization that is focused on helping women business owners develop their business and be able to perform and serve on a global scale. And We Connect launched in Jamaica in April of 2013. And since then, it's been growing fantastically. There are a group of really phenomenal business owners that are a part of this organization. And we have the benefit of experiencing some phenomenal training. It's head by Yannick Page of Future Services International, also the creator and executive producer of the Innovators television show. And out of her passion to really connect women to resources and to network with people who can help them, she has really led this organization to some really great experiences. And one of these experiences was a training session that I was a part of with the presenter who you're going to meet in a second, that you are going to get the joy of experiencing tonight. And out of that presentation, one of the parts of my business that I struggled with is networking. And everybody knows in business, it's not just who you know, but who knows you, and the relationships that you have that are really going to help you to reach new heights. You are in the business of working with people. No matter what business you're interacting with people. It's people who have the money and people who are going to be giving you their money in order for you to grow your income where you want it to go. And that was a struggle for me because I hate cocktail parties. I hate very uncomfortable in those situations. And trust me that by the end of this training session, I felt like I could genuinely be a networking beast. Like I could go into any situation and comfortably know how to really network the right way. Not just hand out business cards and leave with a bunch of business cards that you have no idea what to do with, but create real connections that can then form real relationships and add real value to your life and to your business. And I, at the second of the end of that meeting, said, I want to start this webinar series. I want this series to support women in business. I think this is going to be a fantastic opener for the series. And of what's happening in tonight's webinar. And I am so happy that you're able to be a part of this training. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things before I introduce tonight's presenter. You want to take copious notes. If you are right now in a place where you're distracted by anything in the background, webinars trying to multitask into space, take up your laptop, your tablet, whatever you're using, try and move to a quieter space, or if in your computer room, see if you can remove as many distractions as possible. You're going to want to focus and give all your attention to the next hour of this presentation because you are not going to regret it. I want you to grab your notebook. I want you to grab your pen. Get ready to really pick out the things that stand out to you. Really pay attention to the strategies that you're about to learn because you're going to learn practical steps to make networking comfortable for you and effective for you. So I want you to go ahead and do that right now. All right, so hi, Judy says she's seeing a male. Judy, how did you see that already? You're going to see in a minute. Our presenter tonight is a male. Judy said yes, you'll be seeing a male. Let me see. Doreen says she can hear and see. Fantastic. Damara, try refreshing your browser or closing any other window you may have open. The speed at which you're able to watch the video is going to be determined by your internet connection as well. So that we won't have much control over. But if you close everything down on your machine, make sure you don't have anybody else on the internet that you're using. That will help to make sure that you're viewing at the best pace possible without any interruptions. All right. Hi, Nkechi. Okay, fantastic. Beautiful. Let me see who else is here. Damara says a lot better. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, beautiful, great. Everybody is seeing perfectly. Wonderful. All right, so let me introduce the presenter. I have done the introduction enough. I'm going to introduce to you tonight who we have the privilege of learning from. And tonight we are going to be learning from a gentleman who has extensive experience in business, knowledge of business, and in business training and education. He had a popular radio program that was focused on business, and he also happens to be in a very prestigious position right now at JAMPRO, and he happens to be a JP as well. He is a phenomenal presenter, which is why I know you're going to enjoy this experience. He's a phenomenal presenter. He is actually a distinguished Toastmaster, and he is an educator. From what I learned in the presentation, I can call him nothing other than an educator. And he's going to give to you what is going to be a very interactive, highly engaged, highly valuable presentation on the art of networking. Through his positions in life, in Toastmasters, at JAMPRO, he has mastered himself this art, and you can see he's a natural at it. He's going to fill it with his own personal experience to make this work for you in your life and in your business. And with great pleasure, I am going to introduce to you Mr. Robert Scott. Robert, can you hear us? Can you see us?
So I can hear you very clearly. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Robert Scott. I'm going to hand over the presentation as he's going to take us into what is going to be a phenomenal night of training. Get ready, guys. And then at the end of the presentation, we're going to come back for some questions and answers. So go ahead, Robert. You can take it over.
Thank you, ladies. It's indeed a pleasure to be here. This is also what I consider the value of networking, the opportunity to share. Now, what I'm sharing with you this evening is 8 strategies for building an enviable network. And I just want to make sure, can you see the slide that I have on the screen?
Okay, we're not seeing just yet, but when it pops up in a second, I'll let you know when I'm seeing.
Okay, I do have the slide share on. So let me share a little bit. Networking is considered by persons in business these days as something, a very important opportunity for us to gain. Matter of fact, there is a body of knowledge out there that suggests that persons who are unable to network have difficulties fulfilling their roles in their organizations. Simply put, you need to understand and know people to be able to get the inputs for what you are doing. In short, you know, no one does anything by themselves, so you need the help of other people. Fair enough. Has that slide come up as yet?
No, not yet. I'm still seeing you. So probably what you can do, Robert, is turn it on and off, and then we'll be able to pop up and see it perfectly.
Maybe I should, in fact, do that. So I'm going to... Okay, so you're seeing me now.
Yes, I'm seeing you now.
All right. And the presentation, which we had tested and had. Are you seeing the presentation? It's strategies for building an enviable network.
Absolutely. Yes, we're on the same page now. Perfect.
Okay, fabulous. So, what business are you in, ladies and gentlemen? I should say ladies. We are, whatever the business you're in, it's like Ray Kroc, who is the founder of McDonald's. And he said, no, he's not in the hamburger business. He is in the real estate business. So similarly, whether you are in accounting, whether you're in information technology, we have to recognize at the root of it, we are really in the people business. In sales, what we say is people sell products to people. Without that personal and human contact, it doesn't matter how good your product is, it doesn't matter how good your service is. If you or your members of your team cannot engage with your customers, then you really will not be optimizing your opportunities at all. Why network? To read this aloud, people who concentrate entirely on the material and financial aspects of business fail to realize that in the end, all business is conducted through personal relationships. Now, for me, this is a really profound statement by Ivan Misner. Now, what we have to recognize too is that whether you're in small business, big business, that your networking can't be left to only the sales team or a particular team, your marketing team in the organization. Everyone has to network. And as I said earlier, your inability to network is something that is also hampering business results and your own personal performance. But if we were to step away from the business side of it a bit, one of the things I like to share with people is that a lot of what I've achieved in life has a lot to do with not my ability, but it's really the network that I've created. Now, when we think of networking, I'm sure a lot of persons, their belief is, well, I'll network because there's something in it for me. Isn't that correct? Dana, do you believe that's the case?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, many of us think of networking in the concept of getting, but a very profound guideline in networking is really about others, my ability to give to others. You see, because in giving to others, separate and apart from that wonderful feeling that you will receive, it's in giving value to others that persons will in fact reciprocate. And I want to give a particular example. One of my hobbies is sailing, and I sail perhaps nearly every Sunday the morning in Kingston Harbor. Now, this love affair with boats started about 12 years ago when a fellow Toastmaster who is very well recognized in his profession, he was going through a hump in Toastmasters and he needed a little help. And I dedicated an entire month of working with his speeches, going to evaluate his speeches, supporting him through the Toastmasters program till he got to the Advanced Toastmaster Bronze designation. Now, I did that simply because another friend of mine introduced us and said, you know, Robert, he could benefit from your help. And that's another Toastmaster, help the person. So I did it with absolutely no idea or interest in gaining anything. So after that month and he achieved that goal, he said, Robert, I like to sail. Do you like sailing? I said, of course. Do you like sailing? I said, of course. Because when I go, I'm getting a feedback. I'm getting a feedback.
Okay, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes. I said, when I'm going to the north. I said, when I'm going to the north. Yeah, but I'm hearing my own voice once again. Okay, that seems to be better. So when I go to the north coast, I go on the Sunfishes. He said, no man, not a full sailing, I'm talking real boat. And there started an opportunity for me to go and I cruise on his boat. And then he gave me the idea that, oh, I could in fact buy my own sailboat. And 12 years later, I'm on my third sailboat right now. And that has opened up a fantastic opportunity for me to meet with sailors, to be part of a fantastic fraternity. And I'm in a sport that I really love. And I'm able to contribute. And from that, I got involved with the Coast Guard, and I'm chairman and the founder of Jamaica Search and Rescue, which is to assist the Coast Guard in preventing loss of life at sea. And all of that started from me giving unselfishly to one person. So the point I'm trying to make here is that ultimately, yes, we want our businesses to grow, but a fundamental element of networking is giving back. And in so giving, you will receive in manifest. Moving to my other slide, if I had to name the single characteristic shared by all the truly successful I've met over a lifetime, I'd say it is the ability to create and nurture a network of contacts. And this is by Harvey Mackay, who is the author of Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty. And if I look at a lot of people who in Jamaica who are extremely successful, is that they've not only met individuals, yes, but they're able to nurture a network of contacts. And let me, at this point, speak to the process of networking. I like to speak of networking in three distinct steps. There is networking, preparing to network. Let's say you went to an event, preparation for networking, what you do at the event, and what you do after the event. Now, many of us don't really plan as we do networking. We consider networking to be the event where the expression working the room. We hear a person's working the room. And then the third phase in that is what do you do afterwards? Now, if we think of the three stages of going to a networking event, part of what you want to do is to be able to plan your goals. And we're going to be speaking a little bit more about that. And one of the things that a lot of persons don't do is that after you've gone to the event, how do you maintain that contact that you've had? Because if you've just met someone today and say, okay, bye, nice meeting you, and you wave and you go on your ways, that's not networking. In networking jargon, that's called an accident. You stumble on someone, or you're in business class in the American Airlines flight and you speak with a minister and you have a very nice chat, and then you go back afterwards and you may never make contact with that minister anymore. So meeting someone is really not the end of the networking process. It's actually the start of the networking process. And how am I going so far? Is everyone hearing? Are we getting what I'm saying here? I believe we are. So I'd like to move to concept about own business. Can anyone afford to advertise? Advertising is extremely expensive, and networking, I believe,